Nobody ever warns women about the price of success. When a woman decides to become successful, her whole world is going to change. Yeah, success on a woman is very different than success on a man. When a man is successful, every woman wants him. When a man is successful, everybody wants to be his friend. Everybody wants to be cool with him. He's popular. He's celebrated. He's honored. When a woman is successful, she will be rejected by most men. You will be rejected by most men because they can't match you. You will be rejected by most women because they envy you. As I always say, most women are highly lazy. They're very lazy. So they don't understand how or why you as a woman wanted to push yourself so hard. They don't understand why you would want to do that. Women are also closeted misogynists. Majority of them are. That's why they give successful, hardworking women a hard time, because most women, they feel triggered at the fact that you were able to push yourself beyond society's standards and push yourself beyond society's expectations of a woman, because society has very low expectations of a woman. Society's expectations of a woman is get married and have a bunch of kids. That's what you're here to do. That's your job. They don't have an expectation for you to build something and create something beautiful. So when a woman does that, women sometimes will see you as the enemy as well, because they can't understand how you would position yourself to be able to do that, to be capable of doing that. And men feel the same way. So what I'm always telling successful women is the dating pool is going to shrink for you as a woman when you become successful, because the male ego cannot be with a woman who is successful. Most men, well, I always say a lot of women are liars. Men are liars too. And the reason why I say most men are liars is because men are usually going to choose the girl who has nothing. That's going to be their choice. If they have two women, both beautiful, attractive women, one has nothing and one has her life built, he's going to choose the one that has nothing. Because the male ego cannot process the fact that a woman can be sturdy, intelligent, structured, and orderly enough to build a wonderful life without a man in it. Their heads can't wrap around how you would be capable as a woman. How would you be smart enough to put that together? So because they don't understand it, they villainize it. And when they get with women who are successful, now they're negging you. They're picking you apart. It's like now they're negging you. They're picking you apart. They're doing all these things because men, by nature, men believe that they're inherently more intelligent than women. And they believe that they're inherently more capable than women. And when they see a woman that has built everything on her own, they cannot process how you would be able to do that. So it triggers their ego. It triggers their superiority complex. And it kind of makes them feel like they're not going to be enough for you. They're not going to be impressive to you. So that's why women who are successful, you have to practice hypergamy at long lengths. I wouldn't even say if you're successful, the guy that you're with, he has to be successful like you. No, I think he has to be more successful than you by a long run, like extreme hypergamy. Yeah, that's for safety, to keep yourself safe. Because can a successful woman align herself with a guy who's not as successful as her and still love, honor, and cherish him? Yes. But the male ego is not going to allow him to treat her well. That's the problem. It's not the woman that's the problem. It's the male ego that's going to play a problem, because he's going to always view her as an enemy because she's superior to him financially, educationally. The male ego will not allow that relationship to be healthy. So that's why I said it's not possible, in my opinion. Are there, a couple of situations that, may be the exception? Of course. But I approach life with a majority rules mentality. I don't set myself up to keep failing. I look at life for what it is. Majority of the time, what will come out of this? Minority of the time, what will come out of this? I base my moves based on the majority. Yeah. So this woman said that her male therapist disagreed with her because she said most women are lazy. Your therapist is a man. So men need women to not have the work ethic that they have because they don't want competition. Okay, so men's preference is for women to be as lazy as possible. Because if a woman is as lazy as possible, she's trapped. You know, she can't go anywhere, she can't leave. Men prefer women to be lazy, ignorant, immature, whimsical, full of fantasy, impressionable, moldable. Those are the traits that men need women to have in order for them to continue to be the backbone and the power structure of society. They don't want women mastering themselves. Oh, no, no. They don't want you building intelligence. No, men don't want that. They want you as slow as possible. And a lot of women enjoy being lazy. It's their preference because they don't have to do any work, right? They don't have to do any work. I do agree with her. Most women are lazy. And that's why most women give hardworking women a hard time. Men tend to be very lazy with their approaches to life. And because of that, they need somebody to take the load off of them. That's why women say, oh, I just want to find a man so I can relax. No, you just want to find a man because you simply can't even put an alarm on your phone that tells you when your credit card is due. You're that lazy that every time you pay your credit card bill, it's late. Every time you pay your car bill, it's late. You keep paying your gym membership and you don't go. Your diet has never been started, right? It's a lot of laziness with women, a lot of laziness. And if they get with a guy, it's going to take the load off of them, right? But then it's a whole other load that's going to be added on them. Not labor, but it'll be some emotional labor that you're going to have to do, right? Because men, nothing's free with them, right? So her therapist is a man. So you know how men are.
If you don't resonate or align with my teachings, then my content is not for you. Avoid commenting, subscribing, or interacting. Instead, go to a page where you resonate. If you comment something foul, disrespectful, or like something foul or disrespectful, you will be blocked. I will also block you if you comment any contradictory to my message. I don't post for your agreement, so please think about that before you run and comment, I don't agree. Think about that. It doesn't matter. I post what I am led to post. Your agreement or okay was never needed. I don't need your permission. Let's get into it.
People don't want to believe that a woman is intelligent on her own right, in her own right, and built her life alone, brick by brick, built her company brick by brick. People don't want to accept that. And it's so annoying. And this is why I said, the more a woman increases herself, you gotta get away from people, men and women alike, because they feel so triggered by what you've done. And they feel triggered by what you've accomplished. It's crazy. Another cookie cutter answer. So a lot of times when I start to talk about the male ego, just like women, men do the same thing. When I start to talk about the male ego, here comes a random man that is trying to take away and diminish the message being told. I said that the male ego cannot process a woman who has more than them. Are there exceptions? Yes. There's exceptions with everything in life, but I don't talk from an exception standpoint, unless I'm talking about what the power of God can do. I don't talk from an exception standpoint when it comes to life and how humans interact with each other and how humans deal with each other and the psyche. The reality is men's egos cannot process a woman who is successful on her own or who is more successful than them. They want to be able to take credit for a woman's progression, for a woman's level up. They want to be able to say, I did that. I took her from A to B. They need to be able to say that. Because if they can't say that, they're going to start to feel inadequate. Okay? So to sit here and say that, oh, men, the most important thing for men is character. Well, I'd like to take that a step further. If the most important thing for men is character, Why do many great women still get cheated on? Why do women with good hearts who are good wives and good mothers still have husbands stepping out? Why are the divorce rates so high? It's not about character. That most men don't care about character. No, they don't. Because there are men who have had great women and destroyed them. So that is not true. This is, again, another lie that men put out because men don't like discussing the male ego because they don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be rejected by certain women. So they don't want women to know, hey, if you have a lot going for yourself, if you align yourself with this man, there's a 9 times out of 10 chance he's going to destroy you. You know, he's going to love you first, put a baby in you, and then get you pregnant and probably abandon you on purpose. He will abandon you on purpose to humble you. That's why a lot of men have issues with women who are like, I'm going to have babies when I'm ready. They don't like that. They don't like you having that full autonomy over your body. They don't want that. They want to be able to do it on their time so that they can make you stuck, so they can get you stuck and you can't go anywhere and you have to deal with them for the rest of your life, or so they can slow you down, which is why I always tell women, you are autonomous. You are your own person. Men lie.
You have to be willing to weaponize your masculinity as a woman. Masculinity is not bad. Masculine energy is not bad. I don't know why people keep saying that. Masculine energy is the ability to reach a goal. Masculinity is what? Goal-oriented, structurally, orderly, being able to show up on times, precision, logic, rationality. Nothing about that is bad. So with the October spooky season coming around and holiday season, make sure you guys are okay being the villain. Yes, villainhood is a real thing, and that's what this class is going to talk about. We are going to speak on the characteristic traits and approaches you have to take when you are no longer living your life to be accepted and validated by people while accepting their bad behavior. Sometimes being the protector in your book looks like being a villain in another person's book. It's all a psychological mind game. If you don't choose yourself, if you don't choose your happiness, if you are not unapologetically you and winning without feeling apologetic about it, guess what? People are going to view you as a villain. But if you already walk in villainhood, it doesn't matter. Okay, so this is going to be a good class, especially in conjunction with weaponizing your masculinity. You have to get comfortable with being viewed as a villain. You need a strong mental mind to accept people villainizing you because you are being and doing your best.